Hey guys, I'm back with a weekly chat video. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with these videos. A lot of you have been telling me these are some of your favorite videos that I do. I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. I also want to say a big thank you to everybody who entered my YouTube birthday giveaway. I really appreciated everybody who entered. I wish I could have given a gift card to everybody, but unfortunately I could not. So I'm going to insert the name of the winner right here. So again, congratulations to the winner, and thank everybody so much for entering that. Let's move on to some other topics, why don't we? Book club has started, and I have been listening to my Audible book, The Night Circus. Not a huge fan so far. I really should have done more research what that book was about before I actually just jumped right into it and bought it. But I'm not a fan, I will tell you that. I will complete the book so I can do a review on it, but I don't know how well that review is going to go. This book jumps around. I think it's all going to come to, I think the author is going to tie everything in at the end, but there's just so many bits and pieces, and I'm having a lot of trouble keeping things straight in my mind, especially when I'm listening to it. I find that it's easier to do when I actually read the book instead of listen, but this one is just jumping around all over the place, so I'm just not a huge fan about that. The majority of the book talks about magic, and it ain't David Copperfield's magic. This is real magic. And I have to tell you, I'm not a fan of those types of books, me personally, but I will finish it. And I have started reading the other book, and the title escapes me right now. It is David Leibovitz is the author. Something about, I think it was like The Sweet Life in Paris, something like that. I feel so bad I can't even remember, but I have been reading that one. I am enjoying that one more, I will tell you that. So anyway, book club has started. I have started my travel search this week. Thank you guys so much for all the suggestions. I have loved them all. I wish I could go to every place this year that got suggested. I've kind of got it narrowed down to 3 places, and in my next travel video you will hear what those 3 places are. I'm still not 100% that's going to be it, but that's really where I'm leaning. And in the next travel video, I'm going to talk about creating a budget to save for a trip or any wish item on your wish list or just anything. I wasn't really sure how to title it, so I hope nobody gets confused and think it's going to be a travel budget or traveling on a budget. That's not what it's about whatsoever. So if it doesn't come up this coming week, it's going to be the next week. I don't remember when I have it scheduled, but it's all going to be about creating a budget to save is really what it's going to be about. And I think I revealed in there where my top 3 places are. So I have started searching for the trip. So what I've done, I'm debating between taking a cruise and then taking a land trip. So I've got the 3 places in mind that I want to go, and I'm searching cruises for those and land trips. I'm comparing prices and where they go within the countries that I want to visit and exactly what you will do on those types. So what I found is that initially the land trip appears more expensive because it covers your transportation, your hotel rooms, a lot of meals, whereas the cruise, it covers your transportation and meals, and it initially looks a lot cheaper, but the excursions are not included in that initial cost, and then airline's not included either. So I've really got to sit down and just price every single thing out. So that's kind of where I am now, is just trying to price compare and then excursion compare each one is what I'm doing now. So I filmed, I'm sorry. Where was I going with that? I don't know. I'm sorry. I looked down at my notes and saw 2 different statements, but I did my taxes last Saturday, so that is out of the way, thank goodness. I'm not getting a huge amount back, but a pretty decent amount, so that money I'm just going to stick in my savings account and save for my trip or other items on my wish list. And speaking of money, I compared what I spent in December to what I spent in January, because in January I was on a no-buy for the majority of the month, not the first day of the month. And I did spend around $500 less in January than I did December. Not sure that was the best 2 months to compare because we had Christmas in December, but I did have around a $500 less spending in January. So I'm hoping to beat January's less spending or savings. In February, I'm trying to do so much better in February than I did in January. And one thing that's really helping me with that is I've kind of gone to a cash only spending for the most part. So I've been using cash when I fill my car up. If I'm going to, say, Target to pick something up, I'm using cash. And that really makes me think about what I'm buying. And I'm not doing any online shopping either right now, so that is happening. I did pick up a couple of things at Target I wanted to show you because I'm actually planning on taking them back, so I will not be doing a product review video, but these are the Pixie items. I mentioned, I think, in last week's chat that I was thinking about getting these. I did go ahead and pick them up. This is the Pixie Skin Treats Glotion, 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 I think that's how you would say it, Day Dew, with lavender oil and mica in it. I will tell you, I do not detect the scent of lavender whatsoever in this one. And then this one is H2O Skin Drink with aloe vera and green tea. So the skin drink one, they both come in tubes like this. So here's the tubes. And you just do a pump or so. I've been mixing these together every morning, and then the one for the daytime, I've only used it during the daytime, so I've been using these since Tuesday. And I've been mixing them together. The H2O is a kind of a light blue colored gel, and the Day Dew one, the Glotion Day Dew, is a white looking lotion or cream with, you can see that mica in it. It has a little bit of sparkle, but I mean, not a lot of sparkle. Don't think glitter, nothing like that. It has a little bit of a shimmer in it, I would say, and it's supposed to give you a glow. I have not noticed a glow whatsoever with this, and I'm just not in love with them. These were $22 each. For drugstore products, I think that is pretty pricey for a drugstore item, and the ounces are 1.18 fluid ounces. I don't think that's very much product at all for $22, and you know, I think I am fairly confident I'm going to take these back to Target and get my money back. I am just not loving them whatsoever. They have not wowed me or anything like that. So if anybody else has used those, let me know what you think. If you stuck with it, what did you see? I'm just not seeing a lot on that. Okay, I'm fairly confident I'm going to be canceling my Allure beauty box. I've got February's sitting behind me. I'm going to film that after I film this video, and it'll go up, I don't know when yet, but it'll go up for February, sometime in February. I did not do January's box because it came so late in the month. I think I got it Monday of last week. I think that's when I got it, and I just decided not to do it. When I opened the box, I literally was so disappointed in all of the items. I gave them all away except for, there was this teeny tiny eye cream. I kept that, and I gave everything else away. The box with shipping is $16 and change. I don't remember the change. That's per month, so we're looking at, what is that a year? I don't even know. Somebody do the math, but you know, well over $100 per year, probably closer to $200. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'm giving a lot of those products away, and I'm just shelling out $16. Now, I will tell you, I've already looked at February's, and I'm way more impressed with February. So I have noticed with the Allure box that it's like every other month I like that box and then really don't like the next one. So that's what I'm seeing on that one, but I think I'm almost about 99.9% positive I'm going to cancel it, so this will probably be my last Allure box, at least for the time being. One of the other things I wanted to say this week, this was kind of a neat little thing that happened, and it was about giving. So my mom called me this week, and she says, hey, do you have any like little shower gels or any like little lotions? She said, I need to do like a birthday gift for somebody. And she said, you know, do you have anything you can add to it? I'm like, oh, absolutely. I get so many of those shower gels free from Bath and Body Works. I didn't even hesitate. And I'm not trying to say this to pat myself on the back. I do have a point here. But it was like no hesitation whatsoever. It's like, absolutely. So, I gave her the shower gel. I gave her one shower gel because that's all she asked for. And so that same day that I told her, yes, you can have that, no big deal whatsoever. I mean, it wasn't even a thought about, well, I just got that and I want to keep it. Nothing like that. It didn't even occur to me because I have a lot of products, so I don't mind sharing whatsoever. But that same day that I agreed just to give her that, 2 more coupons came in the mail from Bath and Body Works for free items. So I thought that was a neat little story that, I gave 1 item away and I got 2 in return. I thought that was so cool. And I'm not saying that you should give to expect to get something back. That is not what I'm saying at all. But I think that sometimes when you do things unselfishly, or is that the right word, or selflessly, that sometimes really good things can happen back. Yeah, it was a minor thing, but I just thought I would share that with you. Who knows? I thought you might like the story. Let me look at my notes right quick. Oh, I was going to say, I should have mentioned this when I was talking about traveling. In 2012, I wrote a travel blog for one of my Italy trips. I also have a Florida blog on there as well. If anybody wants to read it, I will link that blog below if you want to read about the travel blog that I wrote, especially the Italy one. It's from 2012. And I will tell you that don't judge me too harshly, or will ask you not to judge me too harshly. I was typing those blogs on my iPad. I was using an iPad to put those blogs up. So please don't judge me too harshly. I was going back and reading some of them, and I realized that some of the words were spelled correctly, but instead of saying like the word hour, I think I spelled the word out instead, or something like that. So please be kind, but if anybody wants to read it, they're out there, and I will link that below. So let's see, I think I've covered everything. So let's talk about some YouTube advice. And one thing I kind of wanted to start with, when you first start your channel, you may have watched a bunch of other people's videos, and you see that they've got 100,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers, and you go, oh wow, I want to do this. And then you start it and you realize getting subscribers is not easy. It takes a long time. I wish there was a magic wand that I could wave and make it happen. It's not. I will say that there are different ways that, and I've talked about a little bit of this before, but there are different ways to get subscribers. One is to create several different social media accounts under the same name. My Twitter name is under my old channel that I really don't upload anymore because that channel is Karrie's Vlogs and Hauls. My Twitter is Karrie's Vlogs. I didn't change it. But different social media do that so you can push out your videos. I'll tell you, I only do that on Twitter, so I'm not that great at that. Telling all of your friends and family members, that's one idea, and having them tell people, that's a way to start getting subscribers as well. Some people, and this is the one I've talked about before, is going on other people's videos and say, hey, will you do a sub for sub? I don't like that, but people do that. And then one way to get, this may get you subscribers or it may get you a lot of views, and is creative titles. I'm okay with a creative title as long as it's going to be in your video. That's what your video is going to be about. I have no issue with that. It's when you do those clickbait titles that get people to watch it and you realize it has nothing to do, that video has nothing to do with really what you name that title. That's what I don't like, but it gets people a lot of views and sometimes a lot of subscribers. So just keep in mind when you're starting out, it takes a while to get subscribers. I have been doing this channel for just over 2 years, and I am at 3,400 and something, close to 3,500 subscribers. So I think that's great, but some other people, somehow or another, their channel grows at an enormously fast pace, and some people's channels grow really slow. Sometimes, slow and steady wins the race, so I'm just going to throw that out there. And I was going to say, since I also just did my taxes, this is ignorance on my part. I've learned this after almost 3 years of YouTube. is that save your receipts for everything that you buy for YouTube. If you go out and purchase any equipment, save those receipts. You can take that off on your taxes, at least if you live in the United States. I don't know about other countries. I'm assuming the same principles will apply, but save all of your receipts. I cannot emphasize that enough. So you can really save money on your taxes, because I'm going to tell you, YouTube is costly. I have spent more money doing YouTube in the past 3 years than I have spent before not doing it. I have enjoyed it. I'm not complaining. I hope it doesn't come across that I'm complaining, because I have loved doing this. But keep in mind, you are going to spend money, so if you can save on taxes, that is a good thing. Let's see. Let's talk quickly about, I'm looking at my clock right quick. Okay, sorry for checking over there. Backgrounds. As you see, this is kind of what most of my videos, some of my older videos I did in my bedroom. I had some shoes behind me. I don't think it's a problem changing it up, but a lot of people complain about background. So what I have is this is actually it was classified as a bonsai tree. I really don't know that that's what it is. You really can't see the bottom of it. I've had this tree probably for 15 years. It's a family member as far as I'm concerned. I do have these candles. Sometimes I will light them, sometimes I won't. But so this is kind of my background. I am not a background expert. I'm not great at decorating. But one thing I will tell you that has annoyed me personally is when you see somebody filming and there's an extremely messy background. I know I was watching this one channel and this person was filming in their bedroom, no problem with that, but the closet door was open and then clothing was just randomly hanging out. Nothing was neat about it. So if you want to film where your closet is showing, make sure it's neat. Just really neaten it up. You don't have to do a whole lot of decoration, in my opinion, but just make it look neat, not too crazy. I don't know, some people may not like the tree coming out of the back of my head, but I almost consider this tree a family member, so it's staying. And then I also like just filming in front of a white wall. That is one thing that I really don't have the ability to do, because you see this orangey wall, salmony color wall, when I do my outfit videos. But I like color, not a whole lot of white. And then this color behind this wall is more of an off-white looking, but a stark white wall is really cool as well. Just nothing in the background but that. I think that's cool, especially with product reviews. Another thing, and I've been guilty of this myself, but if you have long hair, short hair, whatever hair, if you have hair, try not to play with it during your videos. I cannot tell you how many videos I have stopped watching because someone is always trying to get, they may have like their hair parted and there's like a piece of hair or some hair that comes kind of down and it's always going into their eye, and you constantly see them kind of pulling the hair back. That personally drives me crazy. So try not to play with your hair. I have been guilty of that myself. Yes, I know. Also, I noticed there was this one channel. I try to support a lot of people, but I just gave up on this one channel because of the fact she cannot stop fiddling with her hair. And not only that, I wish I could almost mimic it, but I can't. I don't think I can, but she kind of like swings her head back sometimes. The hair goes flying. Then she's constantly just putting it, I'm like, every few seconds, that's all I can see, and I completely miss what she's saying because I've just started focusing on the hair. So just my pet peeve, and I will try to work on that myself as well. Just throwing that out there. One last thing I wanted to talk about on the YouTube advice is cameras. Now, first of all, if you're just starting YouTube or haven't started it, but you're thinking about starting it, do not run out and buy a bunch of equipment. Not a great idea. Just use your phone camera. Now, if you already have a camera, go with it. I am using a camera that I've had for a really long time. It is a Nikon, I'm looking on the side, D5100, D5100. I don't even think they make this one anymore. I love Nikon for photography. I will tell you, for video, Canon seems to be a little bit more popular. But I'm just using a camera that I bought when I was really into photography, and so I'm just using it to film, and it works out pretty good for me. It does not have autofocus. That is the thing that I don't like about it, but overall it served me well. I am saving up in my wish list. All the stuff I'm saving for this year is a new camera. I'm leaning towards the Canon D70 or D60, one of those two. I hope I got that right. That's what I'm leaning towards. As far as vlogging cameras go, this is the one that I use right here. It's the Canon S120. I think this guy is really, really great. I love this vlogging camera. I got this for Christmas in 2014, and the reason why I chose this one was a couple reasons. I Googled good vlogging cameras, and this was one of the ones that was mentioned. And I also was watching a whole lot of vlogs, and whenever somebody would show something in the mirror, maybe an outfit in the mirror, I would look and see what that said down there, and it's an S120. So I ended up asking for this for Christmas. I think the price has already gone down since I got mine. Another great vlogging camera, I have not used it, but I've heard a lot of people are using this, is the Canon G7X. Yes, G7X. I wanted to check my notes. The only negative thing that I've heard about that one, well, two negative things, is it is a little bit heavier than mine. Some people don't like the weight of it. This one does not have a flip-up screen. You just look on the back. So if you're doing this, you're not going to see if you're in focus or not, but I have not really had any trouble with the focus. Just a few times in low lighting situations, I've had trouble with the focus. Whereas with the G7X, you can flip up the screen and you can see if you're in focus, so that's an option. But it is a heavier camera. But I've also been watching a lot of Fleur de Force's vlogs, and she uses the G7X. And lately, especially this month in February, she's been really complaining about the focus on her. So I don't know what that is, but just thought I would throw that out there. But really, if you're just starting out, I would suggest you use your phone. But for me, if you're going to buy something for your channel, the first thing I would suggest doing, equipment-wise, is a tripod. Keeping that camera steady is so important. It's hard to do it during vlogs because you're personally holding it, but if you're just sitting down talking to the camera, you want it to be steady. So that is my suggestion. One last thing I forgot to mention earlier, and then I'm stopping this video, is I've been doing more cooking videos lately. So I filmed one this morning, and I've got to tell you, I felt like that may have been almost like my first cooking video. I just don't feel good about it, so I'm going to go back and watch the footage and try to edit it, see if I want to upload it or not. And then I've got another cooking video that I've got scheduled to go live either this coming week or next week. I'm thinking about taking it down. I will tell you, it tasted so good, but it was not pretty whatsoever. So I do have trouble making my food items look pretty. I can make them taste good, but pretty is something I have trouble with. So I feel like, I don't know, we shall see, but the one that I'm thinking about deleting was my version of a cheeseburger, or was it my version of a hamburger? Well, one of those two was the titles. And then the one I did this morning was cheeseburger sliders. So it just didn't look that pretty, and I was struggling doing that video. So I thought I would throw that out there, but I'm trying to do more food videos, and I do plan on doing vegetarian chili this weekend. I'm planning on doing that one. So I do think I will get that one up for sure. So thank you guys so much for watching this weekly chat. I will talk to you later. Bye guys.